In a time when the wild is shrinking and silence is rare, there are still places where something ancient moves unseen. High above the forest floor, through tangled branches and moonlit leaves, a shape glides like mist, present but never fully known. It watches without being seen, survives without being counted, and slips through gaps in our understanding like a secret too clever to be caught. These forests, dense and dwindling, still cradle mysteries that no satellite can track, no scientist can fully explain. And among them, this elusive creature remains a guardian of the unknown. Only after tireless searching, after hours of scanning camera trap footage and walking forgotten trails, do researchers whisper its name, the shadow cat. A rare flicker of the untamed world, a living reminder that not everything precious needs to be understood to be protected. Some beings are meant to stay in the shadows, not because they are hiding, but because that is where their magic lies. Life in the shadows, native to the dense tropical forests of Southeast Asia, from the Himalayan foothills of Nepal and Northeast India, through Myanmar and Thailand, to the islands of Borneo and Sumatra, the shadow cat makes its home in some of the most remote and difficult to access regions on the planet. It's not just their habitat that makes them hard to find. These cats are true phantoms of the forest. Solitary, nocturnal, and arboreal, they are active mainly at night and prefer to spend most of their time high in the treetops, moving silently through the canopy. Their size doesn't make them any easier to spot either. Weighing between 2 and 5 kilograms, they are roughly the size of a domestic cat. But their distinctive marbled coat, a swirling pattern of dark blotches and stripes over a yellowish-brown background, helps them disappear completely into the foliage and dappled light of their jungle home. Built for the trees, what sets the shadow cat apart from most wild felines is how extraordinarily adapted it is for life in the trees. It has a long, thick tail that helps with balance and unusually large paws for its size, which aid in gripping branches. Its ankles can rotate, allowing it to climb down tree trunks head first, an ability it shares with the much larger clouded leopard. This arboreal agility makes the shadow cat a superb predator of the canopy, able to chase birds, squirrels, and lizards through the trees with speed and precision. But it's also flexible, coming down to the ground when needed to hunt rodents or small reptiles. Despite its preference for forests, it's a versatile hunter that can adapt when it has to. Diet and hunting behavior. Due to its elusive nature, direct observations of the shadow cat are rare, and much of what we know comes from camera trap footage or anecdotal evidence. But what's clear is that it's a carnivore with a diverse palate. Its diet likely includes birds, tree-dwelling mammals like squirrels and civets, reptiles, and possibly insects. It's an opportunistic feeder, taking whatever it can find in the understory or canopy. Unlike some of its larger relatives, it doesn't stalk prey over long distances. Instead, it relies on ambush, using its camouflage to stay hidden until the perfect moment to strike. Threats and conservation. The biggest threat to the shadow cat is deforestation. The rapid expansion of agriculture, especially palm oil plantations, and logging has fragmented its forest habitat, isolating populations and putting them at risk of decline. In some areas, illegal hunting and poaching also pose a danger, though the shadow cat is rarely targeted directly. Often, it becomes accidental bycatch in traps meant for other animals. Because of its shy nature and remote habitat, conservation efforts are challenging. However, camera traps and satellite collaring projects have begun to shed light on its movements and territory. In the last decade, sightings in new regions and protected parks have offered hope that the species still has strongholds, safe pockets of forest where it can survive, and perhaps even thrive. A symbol of mystery, the shadow cat remains one of the most enigmatic members of the feline family. It's a symbol of how much of our natural world remains unseen and unknown. For scientists and wildlife lovers, it represents a frontier of discovery, a rare and beautiful animal whose story is still being written. Every photo captured, every moment recorded by a hidden camera is a small glimpse into a life that few have ever seen. It's a reminder that some of nature's greatest wonders don't roar or demand attention. They slip through the shadows, quietly defying the odds. And perhaps that's what makes the shadow cat so special. Not just its rarity or its beauty, but the quiet dignity with which it has survived, hidden in plain sight, waiting to be discovered. That's a wrap for today's journey through the shadows. This elusive forest phantom isn't just rare. It's a living reminder of how much mystery still lingers in the wild. Quiet, agile, and almost invisible, it thrives in places most of us will never see. Ever heard of this secretive feline before? Or do you have a favorite wildcat that doesn't get enough love? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear what animals spark your curiosity. If this glimpse into the hidden world of the forest moved you, make sure to like, subscribe, and tap the bell so you never miss another story from the untamed corners of the planet. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time, somewhere deep in the wild.